Hills New Beginnings Season 2 is on. You won't believe the huge star cut from the cast, who's in and who held out for the big bag and got it like cha-ching. Hey reality reporters, Kristy here, doing something a little different today. I'm trying to get you guys the breaking news as it happens. So this video isn't gonna have all the usual bells and whistles, but I will be dishing the dirt as per usual. Today on The Hills New Beginnings upcoming second season. So TMZ dropped a huge bomb this morning reporting that Mischa Barton has been cut from the cast. Like, she will not be appearing on another season. She is done for. TMZ says that reporters found her to be very boring and her storylines to be bland. Really? Because I thought she was relatable as F and I could watch her take Perez Hilton to task a million times every night, but apparently she will not be appearing on any more reality TV. And really, I think Mischa Barton saw the writing on the wall on this one. She even tweeted and made a little joke about the second season way back in July. So she probably isn't heartbroken about losing this gig. And of course, it is a win for someone else, a brand new star they're adding to the show named Caroline D'Amore. I think you guys are going to love Caroline. I used to run into her all the time on the red carpet back in the day, and I'm gonna show you guys a little interview so you can get to know her better. But she is a 34-year-old pizza heiress. That's right, her family owns the famous D'Amore's Pizza. She's also a DJ and she hosts a radio show, but you guys might know her better from when she used to hang out with Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton back in the day. She even made some kind of cameos on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and a couple of the other spin-offs. Not only that, but she does have a little connection to the Hills. Caroline was in a movie called Sorority Row that you may or may not have seen, a thriller from 2009 with Audrina Patridge. So they might be girlfriends from way back in the day. And again, I wanna give you guys a little chance to get to know Caroline better. So here's a fun throwback interview from 2013 where she was on the red carpet for a very interesting musical. Check it out.
Okay, the show is obviously called Pieces of Ass, and I am the musical director. And I'm also in it. Yeah, I created all of the music that you will be hearing tonight. Fantastic. Yeah, not created it, placed it, designed it, cut it, pasted it, worked on all of the music. Yeah. So that's really exciting. It's a really fun, empowering show, but it's not just a bunch of pretty girls talking about how pretty they are. They're actually talking about the problems that come with being an attractive woman in everyday situations. And we're making fun of ourselves. So it's not, oh, I'm pretty, poor me. It's like, you know, we're all talking shit about ourselves, and who doesn't love that? It's definitely a show that everybody can enjoy. Yeah.
Well, we do love that. And what about with all these hot ladies? What do you think backstage is going to be like?
Well, right now there's people crying, screaming, getting their makeup done, trying on outfits that are totally bizarre. The other thing that is really amazing about the show is all the different fashions and hair and makeup and each different body type, and just everybody's going crazy backstage. They're, I'm not even kidding you, crying, screaming, throwing makeup, throwing bras. I was just putting this on back there, like trying to get in it. It's like a bunch of girls just trying to get ready all at the same time and stressing out. And people that have never been on stage before, some of these girls have done it a million times, so it's intense backstage.
So big shocker, they are adding Caroline to the cast and subtracting Mischa, but not such a surprise. Lauren Conrad, of course, will not be making any appearances, as she didn't in the first season of the reboot either. She gave an interview to Entertainment Tonight like a week or so ago, and she said, you know, I love my privacy, I'm busy with my family, and I kind of did that whole thing. She is over it. She didn't even talk about it when the first season premiered, but she is finally chatting a little bit. However, she's not the only one that everybody wants to see back on this show. So even the cast themselves have said they wish that Kristin Cavallari could join them. Of course, she has her own show over on the E! channel, The Contract, which keeps her from doing The Hills or even making any appearances. So you may wonder what's up with Heidi and Audrina being on Kristin's show this season. I'm wondering maybe if it was gonna be a trade, like MTV would let them go be on Kristin's show and then E! would let Kristin come maybe make a little cameo on The Hills. But I'm sorry to say, don't count on that. It looks from these contract negotiations like Heidi and Audrina were able to do that appearance because they weren't signed on to the second season of The Hills yet. So now that they have, it's looking like you won't see those ladies on screen together anytime soon, unfortunately. So no one really expected Lauren or Kristin on this season either, but according to TMZ, the whole rest of the cast from the first season of the reboot will be back. So that would mean Brandon Lee, Tommy and Pamela's son, who we kind of love to see on the first season, right? He's pretty easy on the eyes. And Heidi and Spencer, of course, it wouldn't be the Hills without Spidey. That also means that Frankie Delgado will be back. Whitney Port, who was a bit of a snooze the first season, maybe she can bring it this time around. And we can expect probably that Justin Bobby will be back as well, although I'm not so sure about his girlfriend from last season, Lindsay Payla. She's kind of kept her lips zipped about whether they're still together, and my sources say she may be working on another project, so not sure if we're gonna see her, but we will absolutely see on the small screen once again Jason Wahler and his wife Ashley, and we have a little clue as to what they might be dealing with when the new season kicks off. So just a couple weeks ago, Jason honestly admitted to E! News, I believe it was, that he had what he called a slip up in his sobriety. So this is another one. We saw him have another kind of relapse on the show, but this was off camera just a couple of weeks ago. And Jason says he's back on track now, he's doing great, and that he kind of keeping honest about it, telling people about it, being vulnerable, especially being vulnerable on camera. He said it kind of helps keep him on track. So this is really serious though. His wife Ashley told an outlet over around Christmas time that she didn't even let him come on their family trip for the holidays because he just really needed to get himself straightened out. So we maybe we'll see them struggling a bit, but they're so relatable and they're so honest, and really always rooting for Jason and Ashley. And of course, it wouldn't be a reality show if it didn't star a Jenner, right? Is that how it works nowadays? Well, Brody will be back. However, get this, you guys, this is so juicy. TMZ reported that Brody held out until the last minute, signing on to a new contract, and it worked out for him. He was holding out for the big bucks, and he got it. As in 50 grand per episode for season 2. $50,000 to film for a 1-hour program that last season had 12 episodes. Am I doing that right to you? Yeah? 12 episodes. 12 times 50 grand is $600,000. That is over $500,000 that Brody will be raking in just for this season alone. Oh, he is so worth it though. I mean, we all love to look at Brody, and he brings the drams, even as hard as he tries not to. And we can get another little clue from what we'll see this season on the show when about a week ago, Caitlyn, yes, Brody's ex-wife, kind of wife, and Brody traveled back to Bali, where they got married just a couple years ago, to attend a friend's wedding together. As in they were traveling together on the plane together. These two have either figured out the best way to consciously uncouple, or maybe they're giving things another go. He broke up with Josie Canseco quite a while ago, and we all know that she bit the dust with Miley Cyrus way months ago. So maybe we will see a reconciliation this season. Whatever it's gonna be, I'm sure it will be juicy, and I will keep you posted to all the news right here on Christy Reports. So make sure that you are, first of all, hitting that like button, because hello, who's not excited for the brand new season? And make sure you subscribe as well, because I am always bringing you the scoop on new reality, returning reality. And like I said, this one didn't have all the bells and whistles and pictures as my trailers explained and some of my cast profiles do, but I brought you the news, right? And I know you love it as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.